Hey everybody, this is Marcellus Troy Alexander, Inspiration with Troy Alexander. We are excited tonight. We have an amazing guest, which I am so excited to share with you and share with the world. But before we get to that, again, this is Inspiration with Troy Alexander. We're on Facebook to uplift and encourage you to follow your dream. I'm telling you, listen, our motto is dream. Take that step and walk with purpose into your destiny. So tonight, listen, we're on Facebook. We're on YouTube, Inspiration with Troy Alexander, and our nonprofit called to inspire.org. We are excited tonight. So listen, one point of purpose I want to share with you real quick. And one thing I love about the tree is it's the fact that it's the part that you don't see that sustains the part that you do see. So when the lights go out, that's when the work gets done. When you come off stage, that's when the work gets done. And I'm telling you tonight, the young lady we have tonight, she is putting the work in. And we're so excited to have her and her amazing mother, supermodel, my goodness, as well on the broadcast tonight. But listen, she is a child fashion model who has walked in runways for various local charities. She has modeled at New York Fashion Week, Rockland Fashion Week, and Atlantic City Fashion Week. Listen, she's a dancer, does ballet, tap, hip hop. She's also a gymnast. And guess what? Not all, listen, she's been a special guest model, honoree at the Chubiiline, I believe, New York Fashion Week. Also in 2020, the Ladydoves Self-Enrichment Youth Organization. And in 2019, Baby Queen, Diva Productions in 2016. Let's welcome Antoinette Carrington. How are you, Antoinette?
I'm doing fine.
Mike, listen, we are so happy, and of course, we want to introduce your amazing mother as well, Erica Carrington. How are you, Erica?
I am well. Thanks so much for having us.
Oh, it's such an honor. So listen, I got to ask you, you are this supermodel, Antoinette, you're honoree. What is your age? How old are you?
I'm 8 years old.
You are 8 years old, and I'm telling you, you are an amazing model, and we're so proud of you. I have to ask you, do you remember what age you were when you did your first runway show?
Yes, I was 2.5. I've been modeling almost all my life.
Oh my goodness. You were 2.5 years old when you did your first, wow. Listen, I don't know what I was doing at 2.5 years old, but I certainly wasn't on a runway show. But that is, that is amazing. I'm so proud of you. So I gotta ask you, were you nervous? Like, are you nervous now, or do you feel very confident going down the runway?
I feel very confident going on the runway because when you go, you can never be scared. You have to have your confidence.
Oh, listen, I don't know. You are just amazing, super fantastic. So I gotta ask you this. Listen, what do you focus on the runway? Like, do you see the photographers? What are you looking at, and how do you focus?
Well, I'm focusing on like basically my confidence and the designer's clothes and my personality.
You know, yes, and that's what you're supposed to be doing, right? Like, it's about the designers, not the I'm telling. Are you sure you're 8 years old? My goodness, Antoinette, that is amazing. So I gotta ask you this: you talk about confidence. You don't get nervous with the crowds cheering for you and all the people and New York Fashion Week and Atlantic City? No?
Yeah.
Wow. Listen, all I know is you are amazing. What is it like? Has your mom taught you how to walk? Is that how you learned?
Yeah, my mom started teaching me when I was 2.5 because I really wanted to open the show. So that's when she started teaching me.
Wow, you really want to open it? Listen, so what is it like having your mother as your teacher?
It's amazing because the way she teaches me, I wouldn't trade that for the world.
Wow. Listen, I have seen your mother teach. Listen, I went to a class. I was trying to be in a fashion show, but I didn't do a great job, but she was trying to teach me. She was trying to teach me how to walk, Antoinette. And listen, I tried, but your mother is a phenomenal teacher. She has the gift. She really does. So I can only imagine what that's like with you being. So I want to ask you this. like, are you practicing your walk at home? Like, how do you're posing? Like, how often do you do that?
Um, I do it like almost every night.
Wow, wow. So listen, I gotta ask you this. There are so many people there and they're taking photos. And do you ever go back after a show and kind of look at the photos and the poses, or not so much?
Not so much, like maybe when I get home or something like that.
Wow, wow. Well, listen, it's amazing. I'm just so in awe of you. You are just an amazing young lady, and I'm proud of you and all that you're doing and who you are becoming still. And it's wonderful to see that. So I got to ask you, what do you like most about being a part of a fashion show?
Well, I like to get to show off the designer's clothes and show my personality and just have fun, like my mom taught me.
Listen, wait. Okay. So
I didn't pay her, I promise.
Erica, listen. All I know is your daughter is just so. Antoinette, I gotta ask you, what? So for those who don't know about walking the runway and doing modeling, what is the hardest part? Like, what part of the getting ready or doing, like, is there something that's really hard, like you don't really like to do all the time, but you do it because you have to? Like, is there a part you'd be like, nah, so, or not so much?
Not so much. I just love modeling. It's so fun.
Wow. So let me ask you this. If you had to choose between walking the runway and say doing a photo shoot, which one would you choose?
I would choose walking the runway
Why?
because you don't get to just show poses. You get to show off your walk and your style, your personality, and the designer's clothes and everything about you and how much fun you're having.
Wow. Listen, I'm telling you, Antoinette, your name is royalty. Antoinette Carrington, that's a royal name right there. So I'm just letting you know you are a queen, and I'm telling you, you are just overtaking the world with your personality, which is beautiful and amazing and wonderful. And again, I'm so very proud of you.
Thank
So I
you.
gotta ask you, you have been a guest model. Like, listen, I haven't been a guest like a invited, like, I mean, but you've been a special guest model at different events. What does that feel like?
It just feels amazing.
Oh, I'm like, I mean, like, do you know what that means? Like they want you specifically so that you can be a part of their show because you're so awesome and amazing, and you bring this light of inspiration and a joy to everyone that's watching you. Like, do you know what that means?
Well, let me tell you a little secret.
Okay.
The secret is to always have fun and stay confident, because if you don't do that, then it won't be enjoyable. You have to have fun, stay confident, and stay positive.
Wow. Everybody, you heard it first. You heard it from the #1 best-selling author.
You better say
Thank
it.
Oh
you.
my goodness. Wow. Okay, so listen, just a few more questions. Listen, so I gotta ask you, what do your friends think? Like, to me, like, you're this supermodel. Like, do your friends see you as this supermodel?
They just see me as a regular friend who's always got my friend's back.
Wonderful. Wow, that's amazing. So listen, I've seen you and your mom do these amazing photos and videos. What is it like to be able to do pictures and photo shoots and videos having your mom there?
It's amazing as long as I know my coach is going to be with me, because to me, she's the best coach in the world. I wouldn't trade her.
Oh, listen, I'm telling you, she is. Your mother is the best coach that I've ever seen. I mean, I'm sitting, for those who never walked, like, I've never walked like a real, but she made it so comfortable and so engaging. And I was like, and listen, I walked out of the practice rehearsal thinking I could really walk. so it was just that's how amazing your mother is. So
A whole goal.
so Antoinette, I gotta ask, you are also a dancer. Oh my goodness. What type of dance do you enjoy the most? Is it ballet, tap, or hip hop, or something else?
I enjoy hip hop and gymnastics the most. It's the most fun and the most movement.
Wow, wow. So now tell me about this gymnastics. How long have you been doing that?
Gymnastics. I started when I was 5. Then I got too busy, so I had to go out. And then I went back when I was 8. So I've been doing it for a long time.
Listen, everybody. She said when she got busy, she had to take a break, right? And then she came back. I am just
The lifestyle of an 8-year-old. You know, you've got to love it.
I am just so in awe of you, Antoinette. I really am. So listen, I gotta ask you, are there any other goals that you want to, like anything else you want to achieve or do in life?
Like also I want to be a singer and I want to be a famous dancer.
Wow. Listen, well, I don't even want to ask you, but can you sing?
Of course.
You
Well,
asked.
listen, I'm not gonna ask you to sing now because you know Facebook and YouTube get a little funny when you start singing other people's music and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna have you sing because I want people to see your video and your broadcast. But that's amazing. I would love to hear you sing one day. I can't wait to hear you sing one day. So the next time you're gonna sing somewhere, please invite me, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Now, and you want to be a famous dancer? Is there a famous dancer that you look up to now?
My mom.
Listen,
Well,
I'm
mom's not famous, but she's
But she's
pretty
a
good.
And she's a good
Uh,
dancer.
listen, all I know is your mom is famous to me, famous to everybody in Jersey, famous to everybody on the West Coast. Your mother is famous all over this country. She may not think so, but she is. So listen, and I'm just
trying
both,
to walk in her ordered steps and trying to make sure that she does the same. She understands the significance of doing the same. In other words, everything that I learned a little later, I'm trying to make sure that she learns early on.
Well, all I can say is you are doing a phenomenal job, Erica, a phenomenal job. So I gotta, so I guess I know, is there any other profession or job or career you want to be a famous dancer? Is it anything else you want to do?
Yes, I also want to be I also want to do hip hop, and I also want to be a famous gymnast too. And then I just want to spread positive things to the world
Wow.
with a good
Listen,
attitude.
if I had a microphone, Antoinette, I would have dropped it on that one. But oh my goodness. Wow. Listen, everybody, she's 8 years old and she is bringing light and joy and so much happiness to the world, every space you walk in. And Antoinette, I'm so proud of you and all of who you are, mostly of who you are. So I'm so proud of you and who you're still becoming. Do you have any other talents? Do you play an instrument? Please don't tell me you play the piano or the flute or the harp or something.
The guitar.
Well, listen, we gotta do a duet because I love to sing. I always want to play the guitar or the piano. So, Antoinette, can we do a duet one day?
Of course.
Awesome.
We're
Listen,
very early in her lessons though, but we're learning. She wants to learn. And, you know, her dad and I, we make sure she understands the importance of utilizing every talent she has. Because I think sometimes we fall short of that, you know, even into adulthood, unfortunately.
wow. I have one question that I can think of right now for you, Erica, that I wanted to ask before we just ask our few final questions for Antoinette Carrington. I wanted to ask you, how do you protect her? Because I've always find that especially young people, who are very gifted and talented, sometimes people aren't always happy, right? To see them grow and aspire and, you know, get the fame and notoriety. How do you protect her from or make her aware of those times where, you know what, everybody may not be excited for her, right? And want her to win, but knowing that's a part of life and the growth process, and you know, you're not always going to be on top all the time. There's going to be times where you do fall, but you get back up again, and learning that process. So how have you learned to explain that or teach that to her?
She's shaking her head because these are lessons that we go over. She's like, oh yeah, oh yeah. You know, honestly, I just teach her to tap into her own good energy, because that's the energy that's going to travel with her everywhere. And as long as she can tap into that, then everything else is secondary. She already, it's so funny because, you know, I'll pick up on things, she won't even see them because she's already tapped into her own energy. And because she can do that at such an early age, I am prayerfully, it will only grow and develop, you know, into something that's very second nature as she gets older.
Wow. Wow. Well, listen, I don't know. That might be another book, another number one bestseller. I'm telling you, one by Antoinette Carrington and one by her mother Erica. Listen, I'm telling you, that is powerful. And all I can say is what I see between you two, it's such a bond. And your father, my goodness, your husband. Listen, I want to give a shout out to your dad, Mr. Carrington, because I'm telling you, it's wonderful seeing all of you all together and this love and this bond. You don't see, but it's such a wonder. It's what's needed in the world. So thank you for just continuing sharing that. Antoinette, I got to ask you just 2 or 3 more questions. I want to ask you really quick. So I want to ask you, if you met another young person who wanted to be a runway model, but did not believe that she or he could do it, what would you say to them to encourage them, to let them know that they can do it?
You know, here's what I would say. I would say, don't worry, you got this. You just gotta stay positive, have fun, show off the designer's clothes, and show off your personality. Just be yourself. And have
Listen, I am, you know, I already knew you were amazing, Antoinette. We call her Honeybee, AKA, right? but it is so amazing that you are such a mature 8-year-old that I'm like, there are adults that can learn from what you're saying right now because they haven't got it just yet. But I'm so happy for you, and continue to just watch and guard and keep. So let me ask Mom one more question. Mom, in terms of the social media, does she go on social media or not so much? Or is that just more so you and your husband?
Yeah, she very minimal. She does have an IG that I run, and I keep it really brief, really short, because I want her to really focus on real life and get those lessons in reality, in real life. Now, don't get me wrong, I love social media and I think it's a great tool. But I think when your children are young, you have to guard their hearts and minds. And sometimes they can get lost in the world of social media, I'll say. And that's EEL. That's not always EAL.
Wow. And I want to ask you one more question, Mom, and I'll keep saying one more question, but I want to ask you, what would you say to parents whose child is very gifted, right? They see the gift, but they know that only so many make it, right? You know, whether it's sports, whether it's entertainment or whatever, like not everyone's going to be, you know, the number one artist in the world or the number one athlete, right? So what would you say to the parent that, you know, sees the gift, but has some reservations about just because they know that like what some may deal like the real world, like not everybody, but some do make it, but not everybody, right? So what would you say to the parent in terms of they see the gift, but they have some kind of caution about just really going full force 100 in what they see?
Well, I don't think that there should ever be a question of you supporting your child in any and everything, quite frankly. And it's okay if they end up not being where I guess the perceived number one spot is, as long as you know that they've worked to their fullest potential. That's what's most important. I think unfortunately sometimes we get so caught up in comparing that, we lose sight of where we should be, like in our journey, in our individualized journeys, and making sure our children understand the same. Each journey is individualized. Your blessings are your blessings, someone else's blessings are their blessings, and your number one spot is not the same as someone else's number one spot. It's always a perception. I don't want to be at the top where someone else is. I want to be at my top. And I want her to understand that as well.
Well, listen, everybody, I applaud you, Erica, again, and Mr. Carrington as well, for all that you all have done and inputted into Antoinette. So, Antoinette, I want to ask you this, because I'm trying to figure out, when do you sleep? Because you are everywhere. Your schedule is like busier than mine. Like, how many hours of sleep do you get a night?
Let's see. Most of the time, 8 hours and maybe more.
Mom does not play when it comes to that. You cannot be at your best if you are not resting. And trust me, I get a little pushback every now and again on that. But when she's able to, be her best, she understands that that's part of where that comes from.
Wow. Well, listen, Antoinette, I got to ask you, is there anything else you want to share with us about your journey, about where you plan to be? Because I have no doubt, wherever you set your mind to be, that's where you're going to be. Whatever you declare out of your mouth, that is where, because I know you're going to put the work in, because it is something that you really, really want. So I got to ask you, is there something more? What is there more that you want to share with us about your journey?
There's just one thing I want to say to all the models out there. Dream big and stay positive, and work hard until you achieve your goal.
Everybody, you heard it first. Listen, I can't say it any better. So I got to ask you, Mom, well, Antoinette, do you want to give, I know your mom and your dad, listen, I applaud them. I give them an award for just pouring into you positivity, and just all of the wonderful things that they've done. But is there anyone else that you want to acknowledge? I know sometimes that can be a little bit, tough, but is there anyone else that you want to give thanks to, that has helped you thus far?
Yes, like the rest of my family and my friends and my extended family.
Wow. Listen, I don't know when you're adult that's not giving a better answer than that. So listen, I'm again so proud of you. Mom, where can people follow Antoinette? Where can they support her on social media? Like, how can they follow her journey?
Well, they can actually follow her journey via my page. She also has her own page. So on FB, I'm Erica L. Carrington. And on FB, I'm Miss_am_Erica. So Miss America. And she is on IG, Oh Miss Honey. So, and that's OH_MISS_HONEY.
Well, let me just say this. I want to thank you, Antoinette Carrington. I'm gonna keep saying your name because your name is royalty. Your name is priceless, right? And so I want to say thank you so much, and to your mom, for allowing me to do the photo shoot with you not too long ago. I'm telling you, it is one of the most liked and sought after photos every time I share them, because you represent such royalty, and your mother in the attire that you were in was just so regal. And so I can't wait and look for the honor to capturing your greatness again one day. So I thank you
Okay.
for that honor. It was a privilege, and I'm so thankful for you both. Is there any last words you want to share with us? Antoinette first, and then I'll give it to your mom, and then we'll close out.
Stay positive and be yourself. And don't forget, you always have to have a partner side by side. And together you can do anything.
I love it. Thank you. Mom, do you want to say yes?
Yes, instill that in your daughter. Believe, let her know that she can change the world. And I mean, the two of you together, of course, are definitely unstoppable. But I cannot thank you all enough, Troy, for every single thing, for all your love, for all your support, and everyone else for all your love and all your support. She only knows love because that's all she has ever received. And I mean from the womb. So her dad and I are truly appreciative. Thank you all, and much love and continued blessings to you all.
Well, listen, everybody. This is again supermodel and supermodel, mother and daughter supermodel, Antoinette Carrington and Erica Carrington. Thank you both so much for joining us tonight. And listen, please, I want to have you back because I know there's so much more that you're going to aspire to and achieve. And everyone needs to know that you can do this, right? That if you believe it, if you work hard, you keep it in your mind, you stay positive, and listen, if you can dream it, you can go get it. So thank you so much, both. I appreciate you both. Everybody, this is Inspiration with Troy Alexander. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your love and support. We come on and bring on amazing guests that have aspired to and continue to aspire to amazing plateaus in life to let you know, dream. Listen, you're my motto, dream. Take that step and walk with purpose into your destiny. Thank you so much. Thank you, Antoinette Carrington, and thank you, Erica Carrington. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Likewise.
Bye. Thanks for having us.